Hello, beautiful beings of light. I've been getting so many messages, texts, phone calls, emails about feelings of isolation, feelings that while so many know that we're on this amazing path of awakening, that we feel very much alone, not in sync, not seeming to blend in or fit in anywhere. And, that immediately brings to mind, for me, Thoreau from Walden, which is sitting right on my bookshelf, one of my favorite books ever, one of my most quoted books ever, where he said, if one seems out of pace with his companions, perhaps he hears a different drummer. And, that's pretty big piece of information to remember there. One of the things I'm often saying, and I'm going to be doing more of these kind of informal videos where I don't have all the high production that I do, and a lot of them just where I can sit down and kind of get it out there quickly. One of the things that we don't realize is when we do start getting deeper into this, although I speak about it a lot, those ideas of getting through the eye of the needle, the gate, the portal, whatever that may be, Tareya in Aramaic, that open space, you can't take anything with you. And, I have videos out there about the rich man into heaven idea, eye of the needle, and how that word I, chruria, literally means to free a slave. Well, what's the slave? The slave is the individualized self, the Koine Greek ego. Doesn't have all that heavy connotation we put on ego today, but it just means the individual self. Now, when that starts cracking and breaking away, of course, what starts happening is it feels like a death on some levels. You get deep enough into it, it feels like death on almost all levels, and is very much an idea of not this amazing peacefulness, but almost like war. And this brings me to those quotes from the Gospel of Thomas from Yeshua, where he speaks about people think that it's peace I come to cast upon the world. They don't know that it's dissension, that I've come to cast upon the earth fire, sword, and war. For there will be 5 in a house. There will be 3 against 2, 2 against 3, the Father against the Son against the Father, and they will stand solitary. Solitary. Jesus said, if 2 make peace with each other in this one house, where's the house? Here. They will say to this mountain, move away, and it will move away. Blessed are the solitary and elect, for you will find the kingdom, for you are from it, and to it you will return. Well, remember, kingdom, Malkuta in Aramaic, Basileia in Greek, are both feminine gendered terms. What does that mean? It means that they're not a physical location. It's not a place you go to. It's not a line in the sand, which would be a Malku in Aramaic. Malkuta is an actual experience. You could say it's a perceptual state of being. It's a place where we feel I don't like the word non-duality necessarily, but the absolute. I don't even like using the word one or oneness, because then we start thinking two-ness, but that absolute ground of pure being. But the more we take ourselves into that place, the more we're there on the other side of the needle, the more we're there just within the deep spaces of the heart, the field of pure potentiality. And the more that mask persona starts to dwindle and fall away, and then it really feels like a death. We really feel like we're stuck alone. And I wanted to say that word solitary is really powerful, as is that word elect. Blessed are the solitary and elect. Well, what does elect really mean? It means to be singled out, maybe chosen from outside, but really we're talking about a self-election process. Even though I doubt you would want to experience a lot of the intensity that you're feeling, but yet you made the choice to be here right now at this moment in human history to navigate the cosmic shift. I'm here to help others do that very thing, as are you. I'm here with the mentoring program, working one-on-one with people, those ones that are really feeling like they don't even know who they are anymore. I wanted to leave you with a little bit of a quote. And this is Yeshua from the Gospel of Thomas. And he says, if they say to you, where did you come from? Say to them, we came from the light. We came from the place where the light became manifest or obvious through their image. If they say to you, what is the sign of the living one within you? Say to them, it is movement and rest. Incredibly powerful. So when you're feeling these feelings of isolation, trust me, in this particular earth plane, you may never in the world feel that you really fit. I never have in my entire life. And I've done like the class clown thing when I was younger, and other things like music, not just because I wanted to fit in, but because it was a way for me to express in ways that I couldn't have for the longest time put into words. Obviously now the words are not an issue anymore, but it still doesn't mean, I come off stage speaking to 5 people, 50 people, 500 people, and I'm sort of amped up and wide open for a few minutes, and then it's funny because my wife and close friends will see me sort of look for the exits to like go through that door as soon as I can. Not because I don't love being around people, and not even really because I feel like I don't fit, but because that solitary aspect of my being is what's most important. Don't let it scare you. Because on the other side of that is a realization, a depth of love beyond that place where you're singled out, that is so far beyond anything you can possibly imagine. So keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep your eyes on the horizon. And remember, what's the sign of the living one within you? It's movement and rest. When things get intense, just take a deep breath in and let it out. And you know what? I love you all so, so dearly. We were made for this. We literally chose to be here. I love you. Keep your eyes on the horizon and keep going, because you are literally never, ever alone.